Well, I see you've made it back into the world of Skyshard, which means it's time for me to break down some more of these patch notes we put out. It's time for me to go through another run, sharing developer insights and behind the scenes details and tips and tricks and probably some misplays and so on that you won't find anywhere else. But yeah, welcome back. Thanks as always for supporting us, guys. It's been 5 days since we announced this game, and it feels like it's been a lifetime. Like, so much has happened. I've read so many things. A lot of good feedback. I was checking some of the data today about just like how much people are playing, and we have a lot of people who are actually playing the game a lot, which, look, like, you know, it's, I'm not going to say it's easy to get people to notice your game, but, you know, in my position as a YouTuber, like, it's you know, we have eyeballs on our audiences and stuff. It's not hard to get people to look at our game necessarily, not even necessarily hard to get them to download it or wishlist it. Each of those is like a little harder, you know. Look, wishlist, download is the most difficult for the demo. So, you know, but people often like will just like look at it and say, oh, it looks great, can't wait to play it or whatever, right? Like, which that is greatly appreciated. I'm not trying to minimize that at all. We love hearing that. But it's a whole nother level when people actually download it and they play a lot. Because that means we're hooking into something. Like, I think some of you were legit addicted to the game already, which addicted in a good way. You know, we don't do anything evil, or you know, we don't manipulate you or ask you for money or whatever. So I don't feel bad about you being addicted. That just means you're having a lot of fun, which is a good sign. Like, that you can't fake, right? Like, nobody's gonna play the game just out of loyalty to me or curiosity or whatever that much. Like, it's fun. So we've got some things right. That actually makes me really excited, because that means if we can ratchet the, you know, promotional side of this, the marketing side of it, the exposure, we can get more people playing the game. We might have something here. Like, that's really, really fun and super promising. That's a whole nother challenge, like getting more people, you know, like we've done our initial boost here talking about the game. Now is kind of figuring out next steps. You know, word of mouth goes a really long way. So if you guys are loving the game and enjoying it and so on, you know, tell somebody, you know, share the love wherever you can. Discord, Reddit, Twitter, whatever, you know, all that stuff goes a long way. It all starts to add up, kind of snowballs, and hits this critical mass of people talking about the game and thinking about it. So anything you can do helps, but we got a lot of ammo left as well as far as things we can do. We haven't even really reached out to other streamers yet, because we're just kind of trying to get the game into a good spot, good shape. Which, speaking of, we got patch notes again today, and we're probably gonna have patch notes tomorrow too, because I know we have some bugs that are causing problems. But these patch notes, we added a lot, and we have so much more coming, dude. Like, we're cooking in the dev chat, guys. We're cooking in the dev chat, especially like the art side of things, but features too. So anyway, let's just run through this patch notes a little quicker than last time. Maybe we added some drop shadows on units. We kind of thought they weren't sitting very well on the islands. Like, it just didn't look like they fit. So Ben cooked up some real quick drop shadows that are like not custom at all to units, or just like a generic drop shadow, which I think already helps, honestly. Kind of makes the board look a little more real or weighty, or real's the right word, because, you know, cartoony art, but you know what I mean. Like, it fits, it feels more complete. But I think we're gonna have art team do custom drop shadows, so that the units, you have like their own kind of real shadows and stuff. Hopefully that makes it look really nice. This was one I asked Ben if we could just do, because now the camera is more zoomed in when you're buying units. I don't think it's still perfect. I think we maybe need to make the icon smaller. We'll talk about when we get in there, but I felt like we were more zoomed out than we needed to be, and I think there were some problems with visibility and readability. Particularly, like, our new art is just not as simple as like Ben's crazy simple art, and I think especially when you see them together, like Ben's crazy simple art, despite being like uglier by most merits, right, was actually kind of more readable, just because there's more detail, more complexity in the finalized art. And it was a shame that it was kind of a mismatch there. So zooming in just lets the good real art breathe and has so much more readability. And it's also just better when you're clicking and things aren't so tiny that you have to manage your clicks so minutely, right? So it feels better. I think it looks better. It increases readability. Now we're going to zoom out again for combats, which currently the zoom's maybe not as smooth as I'd like. I gotta ask Ben if we can maybe smooth it or do something cool. I thought we could also maybe have like a little magic poof where the island poofs in or something. I don't know, whatever. But we zoom out so you can see more. But man, I think the game just plays and looks way better with that zoom. I'm really glad that everybody agreed this was a cool thing to do, because I think it's nice. We also got totally new clouds, like hand-drawn clouds. Before, the clouds were just some like little thing been worked up in the code. You know, I thought they looked fine. Actually, probably could have shipped with those clouds, to be honest. But these match the style way better now. Our artist did clouds, and they still, you know, zoom and pass. I think we're gonna put in some like birds and maybe little random Easter eggs and stuff. I talked about like a blimp floating by, like a Tinker blimp or whatever. But also finally got the combat log not in its own window, which is nice. Just looks a little cleaner. I think better for streamers. I ran into that on Binks's stream. Go check out Binks. He let me join him on stream and share the game, which was really cool. We got new art for the fortune teller, which is nice and readable again too. I'm really been focusing on 1x1 art in particular for the small units being as readable as possible. That's going to be my big thing moving forward. I think even 1x2 units as well have a hard time. Everything else is usually pretty readable. Lots of balance changes. Root of Life was just doing completely broken stuff. Been put in this change. I don't think it's enough. I think it's still doing completely broken stuff. From what I've seen in the Discord, you guys just keep breaking the game faster than we can fix it, which is great. Like, by the way, those guys are playing so much that you're just awesome testers, you know. It's really nice to just get way more builds, because when it's just, you know, a couple of us as it was for so long, it's really hard to play enough. Even if you're playing, you know, I think I was playing at least tens of hours a week, probably 20-25 hours a week. It's just hard to get enough builds. Plus, you're not always the creative enough to solve everything. You know, you're playing against your own stuff half the time back in the day. So anyway, brute forcing bug fixes and builds and overpowered stuff has been really nice, which is the main reason we wanted to launch the game as fast as we did, even though we knew it wasn't very pretty yet or perfect yet or done yet. It's like, you just want to make it better as fast as you can. You want to iterate, and with the power of you guys, we can do that better. So anyway, Root of Life's probably going to get another big rework. I don't know. It's just doing too much with the big red flower, Rafflesia, and glowberry stuff. There's just all these little cheesy, like almost infinite health builds. There was people getting like literally trillions of health or whatever. Dynamite turret caught another nerf here. Explosive damage flowing down. I think this makes some sense because you know, 100% explosive damage means, you know, it dealt its full damage to the main target and then also anything adjacent to it, which when it was already multiplying its damage on defensive units, anything that happened to be next to defensive units just gets blown up, including other defensive units. So I think in general, this is not a hard rule, but 100% explosive is probably a really risky thing for us to do, just because damage scaling is so easy in our game that we want to make sure we're not like multiplying on multiplying, you know. Keep the scaling kind of happening one at a time instead of 2 or 3 at a time. As you get levels and levels of scaling, things get scary. Sticks as well got a big old change, kind of a buff here, really. Units, Sticks as well is the one that, like, when a magic unit dies, other units inherit its base health and damage if applicable. Now it's also turning those into magic units, so it's actually kind of creating a little cascading effect, I guess. I haven't even actually played this since it's changed yet. I played a few games today, but I didn't get a Sticks as well. Community Cauldron, it was doing some broken stuff by turning units into towns, so we just kind of had to rework that. It seemed like that was a really risky design space. Piranha Plant got a bit of a buff. Used to, it required 5 health and buffs to go off. Now it requires 2. I will say, I think the main reason it used to be 1 back in the day, but I think Root of Life, the big tree, broke that. I created like an infinite loop one time, so I guess I have found some broken stuff. And it was actually also using turning stuff into town, I think, was actually another part of that with the refractor unit. I created this infinite loop where Piranha Plants literally just instantly deleted entire boards, just literally an infinite loop. So I don't know, we might be able to push this to 1 again if we wanted to. We'd probably have to pull the damage down, I don't know. But it depends on the Root of Life rework, maybe, and there's other things too that could just maybe cause problems here. But 2 and 1 are a big difference, specifically with the old Root of Life. They may not be as big of a difference elsewhere, because most things might clear too anyway. Altering Stone just got a buff. This one was always hard for me to play. I always felt like I didn't know what to do with it. 3 damage is a significant buff, so that could really add some significant damage to big things, you know, Tesla coils or whatever. Myria the Curse Binder, which is one that takes control of your enemy weapons and shoots them one time, now targets random units instead of adjacent units, which actually was kind of crazy because sometimes it would like blow up its own support stuff, and then you'd really kind of 2-for-1 the opponent. Pillar doesn't take health from other pillars, so the like pillar stacking builds that were so crazy, which I've done a lot. Now you kind of need to separate your pillars, which I think actually feels better anyway. I don't know. Felt weird to have like 3 pillars in a row. Weather Machine got a buff. including enemy units now as well for Tinker. That actually seems pretty good now. I want to play Weather Machine. We might try Weather Machine today, maybe. Replicator got a nerf. That's one that copies units. We already just changed it to copy units from board. Now it also copies the cost of the units. So if you copy a 5 cost thing, you're going to eat 5 mana. So you never kind of get to cheat mana and value, you know, or I guess choice. You just get to cheat choice in this case. It's still random, but you can manipulate it where you leave only one thing on board if you're willing to sacrifice tempo. So basically a lot of sacrifices now being made for Replicator to be good. And Toy Turret, which comes off the toy store, has a little extra health, which these damage themselves. That also means it just has more time to be alive, basically. Fixed a bunch of different bugs and a few other like performance boosts and little things. Ben's always tweaking things to make it feel and play a little better. So actually a really big patch, like a lot. The game's gonna look way different when we load it up here in a second. If you haven't been playing, you're gonna see and be like, oh crap, the game looks, I personally think it looks way more polished and way more professional. So let's just go ahead and jump into a run. Yeah, folks, here we are. As you can see, the island is much bigger by default. I hope it doesn't feel claustrophobic too much, but I don't really think it does. I think it's fine. It's just units are gonna read way bigger and way better because of it. Yeah, we can take Rocket, I guess. That's fine. Like, it's gonna have so much more visibility, particularly like for streams, like watching on videos. I think especially like things gonna be way bigger, way prettier. I think Bamboo, despite being a lower rarity than Mushroom Mender, is a better starting unit just because it has so much. But I guess I'm never gonna win a fight anyway, because assuming the opponent has a weapon. Oh, actually, this weapon I also can't target me. I was gonna say like, you know, their weapon will kill my weapon since my Spellbound Rocket can't target weapons. This also can't target weapons though, so we're both gonna be just firing. And thankfully I have a much higher health for the Fatigue Wizard here, the Impending Fatigue Wizard. By the way, the clouds look so good, dude. Like, they look so good. These came together fast too. There is one right here that's kind of bugged out and weird. I don't know why. Something got weird up on layers, I bet. Yeah, they just, it just fits the, I don't know, you know, it just fits better, you know, fits our art style or whatever. Plus we added this gradient to the backgrounds. It looks really nice and bright and white at the bottom. It's really cool. I like this vibe a lot. I love how they're pushing in front and have a little transparency. Like, that's really, really good. We're gonna have some, like we said, maybe some birds. Oh, see, this cloud going in front is so good. Yes, I'm so excited. Oh my god, I'm nerding out. Okay, let's definitely grab another weapon. I think I like the Stone Gorgon here. I mean, Soul Slinger, still not convinced that doesn't need a bigger buff. I feel like it does. Big Shop. Certainly Power Plant can be a really powerful unit if you get things like Tesla coils later. Could just take the Mana Machina right now. It's pretty early. Like, this does feed back a lot of mana throughout the course of the game. That's a ton of value. Yeah, since we don't really have the Tinker yet, I might as well take this. That could kind of pay for that before too long. That little zoom out there just seems a little abrupt to me or something. We might need like a little animation, or I don't know, even like a music cue or something could almost help there too. Oh, we're gonna lose for sure. We can't. Oh, it's so close though. Only 1 damage. We'll take that all day. Big ancient unit. If it was a weapon, I don't think I'd really want it. A big magic unit, 3 or 4, probably not that. I think a quest actually might be okay. Random defense for 5 towns. I mean, that's gonna pay off eventually for only 1. I think that's gonna happen. Tinker for 4 does have some big stuff. We could take a big defense though. Maybe a big defense. Get a pillar already. Brick by brick's already pretty solid. Pillar, I don't know. I don't really want to have to commit to that. I want something that's just good by default. The Prismatic Mirror might just be a little bit better for us for now. We're not going to get our town quest done yet. Let's take 1 more defense unit. Ooh, the raffle with the Mushroom Mender's a good little pairing, so that's nice. We need to be able to... thankfully, that rocket is going to maybe hit this... oh, that obelisk is going to throw the Stone Gorgon at us, actually, right? Yeah, dude. Oh, I didn't even talk about the projectile speed on the patch. I totally forgot. We changed projectiles. They're a thing now. I didn't... How did I skip this? I totally forgot about that. Was it in the patch notes? Did I skip the line? Did I just pass over it? Weapons now have projectile speeds. It's completely a game-changing thing I just did not mention. Projectile speed fast, projectile speed slow, and there's also a medium projectile speed. We decided to make them... At my request, actually... one again rare thing I inspired really well here. I didn't want more numbers, right? Like numbers on numbers on numbers for like speeds, and like it's just too many numbers if you get too many numbers. So just having like 3 set values, you know, they have numbers in the back end in the code, obviously, right? But we just wanted, I wanted just like, and Ben agreed. I did say normal, and he said medium, which medium does make more sense because normal, I don't know if that means anything. Medium implies its own definition on like normal, I don't know. Anyway, so this actually has kind of an important gameplay impact now, right? Because fast things, like the travel time of your projectile is now relevant, because like technically Spellbound Rocket might want to be closer to the front because it has a slow projectile speed. So you want to minimize the time it takes for that projectile to reach its target. Otherwise, for instance, you know, maybe, well, I guess when it's midair, it doesn't matter, but like theoretically 2 weapons firing at each other, right? Like you want to make sure, like if the Spellbound Rocket is a bad example since it can't attack weapons, but a slow attacking weapon, projectile speed wise, you know, it might want to kill off the other weapon before that weapon has time to fire. Alternatively, if the projectile is too slow or it's too far, you might give that little window for the other weapon to actually hit its cooldown and trigger its attack, and then your weapon would also die, right? So it's like actually kind of relevant. So, you know, particularly in an instance like this where we have no real reason for this to be further away, since this is a slow projectile speed, I think we should actually move it to the front. And I think this is an interesting design angle. I'm not going to say 100% we stick with this, you know, because we're just testing it. It's new, like always. But it does 2 things. Number one, it makes combat way easier to see sometimes, like projectile speeds being a little slower. Before it was just like, blah, and it was spam. And now you can actually kind of watch things happening and unfolding a little bit, which I think is nice. It makes combat like a little more readable, and it feels just way better to see. And then it also has, like, you know, we said positioning implications, and it gives us like a design lever as well, and a balance lever a little bit too. So, you know, by tweaking the projectile speed slower or higher or whatever, you can change the another little variable here, like high damage, low speed, high damage, you know, the various little things you can play with now, an extra whole little 3 levers. So I don't know, I think it's probably going to be a cool system, but you know, the fear was maybe it would add too much complexity, but I don't really think it does. Like, again, they just work, you know. It's not like when you add complexity, if it just kind of works and you don't have to stress about it, that's sort of free almost, right? Like, it's not like the player has to stress about it. Like, if you just put these weapons wherever, they're still going to work, they're still going to do their thing. You know, they may not be 100% optimized, but they might be 85-90% optimized. You may not really notice the difference in a vast majority of cases. You're not asking the player to execute some specific and challenging maneuver in order to function, right? Like, sometimes in card games that happens, where it's like some cards require a chain of events or sequences, or, you know, a deck that really the complexity is kind of like in your face and you have to work around it. This extra layer of complexity really isn't all that complex, number one, because we just made it 3 values, right? That was another way to keep the complexity low while adding upside, but also it just works. It's just there. And by the way, we haven't talked about the drop shadows yet, but you can see like the drop shadow on the rocket here. I think it just helps it sit in its environment a lot better. It makes it feel, it actually looks, it honestly looks way better. It looks like sharper, more professional or whatever. So we're on round 4. We could take a production, but I kind of want one more weapon, guys. I don't know. Ancient weapon's probably not it, though. Spell Factory is really not my favorite production unit, unfortunately. Another production, okay. Crystal Mine. Crystals can be good. I gotta buy towns, dude. I got this quest and I haven't bought anything yet. It's tough, dude. Hey, crystals again. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna move the rocket closer, dude. I don't know. Like, why not, right? If projectile speed matters, we need to start thinking about that positioning a little bit, perhaps. Do we win this fight? I don't know. Stone Gorgon's gonna do a lot of work, but we need our Stone Gorgon to attack theirs. Also taking some reflect damage, I guess. So yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, the explosive on the Spellbound Rocket got to hit that adjacent target and melt it. That's good. Let's go here for a weapon. Ooh, lots of weapons. Okay. What did I say I was gonna play? Weather Machine? I don't know if we're gonna get offered that or not. We could try to do some Rafflesia cheese. Apparently we've been trying to fix this Rafflesia Root of Life build with glowberries for a day and a half, which doesn't sound like very long, and it's I feel like it's been forever, but it's only been a day and a half, I guess. But I think you could still do some kind of broken stuff. So I think we could try that. I don't know. We temporarily banned Root of Life though. I don't know if you still need Root of Life. Maybe you do. I think we banned it in a hot fix tonight, so I remember right. So I don't think we're gonna try for that today. It's just a little too much work for me, my brain right now to figure out. So maybe we take Laser Pointer. That is certainly a unit that seems to have a lot of build arounds right now. Can do a lot of things with Tinker. It seems like, I think right now Nature and Tinker are the two kind of really, I wouldn't say exploitable, but like really powerfully explorable synergies. Like you can do a lot of things in those archetypes. I think Ancient right now is like a little harder to work with. It's not that exciting. I think it's a lot harder to work with Ancient. What is the projectile speed on this? Fast. Yeah, it makes sense. It's a laser. Of course, speed of light, dude. Can I really afford to take more productions? I didn't lose last time. More crystals? Oh, dude, I need some crystal cores up in here. Okay, this looks... I mean, honestly, this looks kind of winnable, right? We have 3 weapons to 2. Well, they have the weather machine, but it's not very good yet. And the rocket should be melting all the little adjacent stuff here, right? Yeah, I think we're okay. This is really not doing much of anything anymore. Nice, yeah. Ah, yeah, the logs no longer have that little Windows window. That looks nice. That's really good. Yeah, it looks clean. Can you move it? It looked like it moved for a little bit there. Oh, you can move it. Oh, sick. You can't move it if you hold up here? Or no, you can. Okay, no, that's actually cool. Does it stay there? It does stay there. Oh, that's actually insane. Oh, that's so good, because I feel like it was never in the right spot. I don't know where I want it to go, but I don't know if I wanted it right in the middle. Maybe I just want it up here so it like hangs on these a little bit more cleanly. Looks like it kind of is a drop down. I don't really know if it goes anywhere, but that's really cool. Okay, great change. I didn't even know about that. Very cool. Ben's surprising me too, guys. We honestly don't talk about everything, by the way. Like, we, you know, he has a full autonomy, really. Like, he checks in with me a lot, you know, and asks what I think about things, which is great. But, you know, I trust him to make changes. It's ultimately, particularly for micro decisions, it's Ben's baby, you know. I think for big things, we talk through it, but there's a lot of little stuff. He just goes. We like it that way. We talked when we first started this project, like, we both love autonomy. Like, I'm not asking him about what my YouTube videos should be, what I'm posting on our Twitter, right? I'm not asking him what art briefs should be, although I do have him, like, you know, check in, see if he likes stuff. But, you know, ultimately I'm just writing, you know, art briefs and flavor and all this stuff, right? Like, we're just doing our own things because that's what we wanted. We said, like, we don't want, you know, we don't want like that middle manager culture where we're just like constantly having meetings, you know, just do things. Like, yeah, we'll get things wrong sometimes, but that's okay. We'll fix it, right? It's okay. That's what we wanted out of this. It's our goal, right? So let's buy some more town units. We're taking too long here on town units. Industrialist. I mean, we don't have a lot of like super high speed weapons, which I tend to like better for industrialists because you're maximizing that damage, you know, across those. I guess we take a ritualist. I still think this unit maybe doesn't do enough because damage scaling happens so readily. I've never actually used this as a good counter. Maybe we actually just take the trees for now because those units just aren't our right picks. I don't know exactly what we are looking for other than just town units. We do have an explosive at least. That could be okay. We have maybe some magic things happening as well. Gem again? Sure. Why not? Big 3 out of 5. We got 6 mana left, so we can take a 3 here and still do some other stuff. Ooh, we could go for a Tinker build with Laser Pointer. Bakery Tinker later is also a possibility. Let's take this for now because we know it works now. This should always give us a town unit, right? Ooh, 4. We actually didn't get a town unit, did we? Crazy. Not a single town unit, dude. Wild. I guess I'm taking more crystals though, man. As soon as we find a crystal core, we're gonna be in business. Espresso rat. Do we lose this? A lot of life gain here. A lot of annoyance up front. I like how like thematic their board is right now, by the way. It looks really cool. It's like they have everything like positioned so cleanly or whatever. Our little utility line up here is tanking a lot of damage, dude. These actually have significant amounts of health. If you look, right? Like, well, 50, 50, 50, 70. Maybe not that many. It is less than I thought, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought it was gonna be more. Ooh, sure. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I still gotta talk about the. I think Crystal Core is still too narrow. It doesn't go wide enough. You know, see, like compare it to this 2x2 unit and this 2x2 unit, right? Like the artwork doesn't fill enough of the frame. I think we have to cut off some of the top, pull the top down to make it a little more round and a little less pointy, you know. Or we could maybe make it like a 2x3, I guess. That would actually be a possibility as well if we don't want to change the art. It might be easier, I don't know. It just got a nerf though. I don't know if I want to nerf it again, kind of arbitrarily, just to make the art fit better, right? I don't know if I care where these go. I think anywhere's kind of fine, really. Novice Shop tier 5. I'm really looking for Nature tier 4, probably. I'm also looking for one more town unit. I guess Saloon's pretty sweet. Yeah, we could do this. And probably Gym is better for now. Crystal Core can go wherever. What do we get? A wall? Yeah, wall's good. I like walls. Walls are chill. Oh, I feel like at least I don't know how it comes across on video. I'm sure it's better, but like playing the game now, our real art is actually really nice and readable. Like even the Wizard Tower was the very first unit we made with art, by the way, and it was just we all wanted it to look cool and detailed because we wanted to, you know, like this is kind of a bigger view, right? And we wanted to share it on social. It was so detailed, dude. It had like it is like stunningly beautiful, by the way. We had to go back and like remove some of the details. It was just too complex, you know. It still has a very complex silhouette, and like you know, there's honestly still probably a little too much detail in the scheme of things, and like the scale is maybe a little too small on it, but it's readable now, you know. Like it's so much more readable at this default zoom we have. It's so much better. Yeah. But like you know, if we did this today, I don't think we'd have quite as much like stuff overhanging and stuff. Like the raw shape of it would probably be more important than the like little plant details and stuff. Like it looks, again, it's actually the prettiest one we have, I think, is that because it's like the most detailed. Although I do like mechanic a lot, but you can kind of tell like the simpler shapes and silhouette and stuff of this is like a little more readable, I guess. It's just getting refined over time, but this zoom helps just a mile. It's an awesome level of zoom. Hey, Dynamite Turret freshly nerfed, still worth it. Kind of good still with rubies. We're getting a lot of rubies and they're buffing. Bakery has some interesting play too. I don't think we're gonna have enough town units anytime soon though to have more than our opponent typically. So maybe we just stick to more weapons for now. I don't know. Not a dream yet, but this is kind of like an honest build right now, not a cheese build, which might do okay for a while, but then it might fall off hard, you know? Opponent's also got a real honest build right now, which is nice. Looks like we're gonna farm this one up. Very good, very good. We're gonna have a hard time getting weapons from here, because as I think some of you will know and others may not, as you buy weapons, you're less likely to get more weapons. So, you know, we already have 4 weapons, so in theory, might be a little hard getting weapons sometimes moving forward. More defense for all these crystal boys, I guess. Sure. Let's get this next to that Rafflesia. There we go. Big Shop 5 or Big Shop 4? I have 6 mana left. I could buy a 2 next turn. Maybe try to find another mechanic, I guess. Another weapon is actually nuts. We could also go for that Myria the Curse Binder. We have anything to do with the materia here? I don't think so. There's nothing like I guess you could destroy the rocket, but it only gives 10% of the damage, which is only 35 damage, which is just not enough to really mess with. I mean, I honestly think it's just another laser pointer, really. Just another, you know, kind of good damage output guy that we can do tinker stuff with. Here's that 2 we were talking about. Did not hit a tinker, but maybe we can take a watchtower just for some nice little. I love this watchtower art we got too, by the way. This is nice. It looks good. This is, again, a little cleaner, right? Like a little simpler shapes. Still has detail, you know, nice wood grain. You can see like the full, you know, detail of the stone and stuff, but just a good simple silhouette, you know, that's like if you compare the two, I think you'll like see the, you know, as we've honed in on the level of detail required, I think, right? It's just a simpler shape, simpler outlines, etc. But all looks good. All looks good. All right, so some Tinker cheese back here with the Electro Catalyst for sure, dude. We might be melting here. I don't know. Let's see how fast this gets going. Oh, the rocket is actually cleaning up a lot of that, though. Oh, yeah, the rocket's saving us here, dude. The rocket's putting in work. We haven't really paid attention to the projectile speed too much, by the way, I have to say. Like, we kind of zoned out on that, but... Magic units taking extra damage? I mean... Sure. Spellbound Rocket, go get him. Structure Shop, that could give us a another Crystal Core at rarity 4. No Crystal Core. We did get a Supercharger. We don't have to start a game right now. That's a really, really, really powerful unit right now. Maybe a broken unit, in fact, but I don't have a lot for it, I gotta say. Like, oh, why did I put this watchtower up here, by the way? I forgot. It's not supposed to be near anything. It's not supposed to be near adjacent units. So gotta put this out here somewhere, but just forgot. Portal? Dude, with all these crystals, we could take this portal and just start making some like crazy crystals. Like turning these crystals into other units. I'm not really sure it's better right now, but I don't hate it, man. I also don't really need these units. Right? Also, why is this blue gem here? How did this end up here? What am I doing? I'm losing my mind. Maybe we just take a couple of the crystals for now. Tinker tier 4. Tether 2000 is actually pretty good on the dynamite turret. Yeah. I have to reposition a little bit here maybe, but it's okay. We'll figure that out. Dynamite turret. Bada boom. Put this here. Put this here. Put this here. Now we want the dynamite turret sped up, or excuse me, the Tether 2000 sped up a little bit, I think. Or can kind of go wherever. We're gonna get some crystal value here. I've never done crystals plus portal, but it actually seems pretty nuts. This looks a little too honest. I think we're gonna melt this, right? Oh, I don't know. A lot of trees though are kind of a pain. That can absorb a lot of rocket hits. I love that you can watch the rocket firing. No, we're not gonna melt this. The trees got us, I think, dude. Oh, it's close though. Oh, it's so close. Oh, the trees got us, dude. I was so wrong. Brutal. More crystals. Mana jar, sure. Let's do this and this so that we get max tinker upside. This might be fine here. Trigger gain 1, sure. More speed boost. We want it on this guy, maybe. Not really boosting a lot here. How many more crystals do I want? Like, I don't know. I want this Rafflesia to get like max upside, but I guess let's see what else we find. What are we looking for here? I kind of need like power plants, maybe. Eternal bonfires could actually be pretty good though too. Eternal bonfire. Okay, nice. That's gonna speed up all our adjacent guys. Beautiful. Put this here, and we probably, yeah, I think if we put this tinker and this here, we can do this. Okay, yeah. Now these are all impacted. Basically have dynamite turret. We got one laser pointer getting like super buffed, I guess. Yeah. This is looking okay. We'll get this guy here. This guy can go down here still. Yeah, okay. That was actually a nice little. We're getting quite a bit of tinker activations now. Not as many still as we'd like, maybe, but it's getting there. I think it's getting there. Altering Stone, another Azurite. I mean, maybe. By the way, we could probably put the rocket down here. I wanted it like closer, I think, for the projectile speed, but also like the, you know, just actual speed here might also be pretty nice. Yeah, I guess we'll take another Azurite. I don't know. It's fine. Ooh, upgrades. Accelerate and extra life, maybe second chance, anything that's really good at. Twice on ancient units. We don't have any. I guess that's the stone gorgon, but that's unlikely to be super impactful. Maybe we'll just take a counter spell. Put it on Rafflesia here. I think this is going on the turret, but I'm a little tempted to put it on the tether, but I think the turret just going wicked fast is also really good news. Despite it losing some explosive this patch, I think it'd still be quite powerful. Okay, this looks like a pretty scary power plant coil build. Some crazy Rafflesia buffing going on as well, perhaps with the corrupt shamans. This is, dude, I love when you guys make like super symmetrical boards like this. Like it's so, you know, like this defense wall in particular, crazy symmetrical and very cool, which, you know, obviously like adjacent positioning requirements do encourage that. It's like gonna happen just as a function of the units. I will say it's also really good for our pierce weapons though, like everything being in a line, you know. That's nice. We appreciate that. The pierce is just melting. Friendly damage dealt. Actually, the dynamite turret, yeah, did still most of the work, but one laser pointer, probably that one that's extra buffed here. Yeah, 142 damage every 0.54 seconds, 264 DPS, 108, 85. Yeah, 55 rockets, deal 96. This is dealing extra to pillar, I guess, right? Pillar is magic still. Yeah, it was like ancient for a while, now it's magic, I think. Another of these. Okay. Oh, by the way, this is the new art for the fortune teller. We haven't looked at it yet. It's just got added today. Fortune teller looks good, dude. Yeah, we had this like evil red eye on here because it deals with both ancient and magic, right? So I wanted, the magic has kind of purples and not always greens, I guess, but like some cool green tones, like we saw with that wizard tower earlier, right? It had kind of that green, cool green grass on it and stuff. So went that route. 25% health damage doubled, maybe, sure. Tier 3, 4. I think I'm still looking for crystal cores more than anything, right? Oh my god, another spellbound rocket. Isn't the world's worst sticks as well with a prismatic mirror? Electro catalyst as well, though. I don't actually have any super fast tinker charging though. Like these will get, you know, like a lot of activations between saloon and, I mean, if I had, it could go for like a blow up build if I had like bakeries and like starter combat stuff. I don't really have that though. I might just take another rocket, to be honest with you, man. It's not fancy, but it's just another good weapon. It just clears out a lot of space. I don't even really want this in, do I? I mean, it doesn't hurt anything, I guess. Fine. Big defense. Our defense wall is a little light, I would say, maybe. It depends on if I want to keep putting crystals here. I wish I could find a crystal core, but we go for 3. We can take a 4 next turn, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, here's that defense we were talking about. Sure, why not? Let's move all these down one block here, so that we can put this guy. Oh, this is gonna have to move. That's fine. Put 3 of these mushroom enders now, all impacting, each one impacting the Rafflesia flower there. Oh, this could actually be crystal core. Hey, nice, dude. Oh, do we only have 5 nature units that can appear in this shop? Oh. Interesting. I'm gonna make a note of that. That's interesting. I don't know if that's necessarily a problem, but maybe something worth thinking about. I am gonna check the library to see if there's actually only 5, but is there really not enough? Let's see, dude. I just almost can't believe this. So basically, tier 3 and tier 4 nature units. That's 4. So there's 1 there. Oh, it's because Glowberries is banned. Oh, it's because Glowberries is banned. Okay. Oh, it's because Glowberry... We disabled it because of all that Rafflesia cheese I was talking about. We need another tier 4 nature, though. Like, there's only 6 total. Because you have only crystal core at 4, right? That's 1, and then there's 5 here, so that's 6. So a big nature shop. I need to specify that. I need to just, okay, the way I wrote this is so confusing. I think we only have 6 units in a big Nature 4 shop pool, making them all guaranteed hits. Need more nature 4s in particular. Okay, there we go. I do this sometimes in Discord where I write a message and I realize like I'm like blogging my confusion about it, and like as I start to figure it out, right, I keep adding another message of clarification, and then I realize like Ben's not awake right now. Why did I just leave him 6 messages for no reason when I could just delete all those and rewrite it in a very clear way in 1 sentence, right, to be courteous? That's what I was doing there. Is like, he doesn't need to read me figuring it out. He just needs the conclusion. Little live chat communication tip, guys. Okay, anyway, there we go. We figured that out. So we're going to take the crystal core is the moral of that very long story. So now our crystals that we have a lot of are getting even better. This is a lot going on. Just a lot of stuff here, man. Oh, a lot of stuff. I don't think it's impossible for us to win. Rockets can clean out a lot of things quickly, right? That's the nice thing. It's maybe just, do we have enough defense here, right? Oh, I think we're cooked. No, we don't have anything. We're done. So done. These got big. Did they have a start of combat? I didn't notice a supercharger. Did they supercharge them? No, they were just honest, good old-fashioned damagey boys, dude. This is a cool, honest board. I guess I guess this one had the tether. Maybe that's when I clicked. A lot of stuff from Lumberjack, I guess. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense to put these up front, right? The spell factories. I don't know. Does it? I'm not sure, actually. I was checking out our stone walls next to each other. I like that. I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I'm not sure. It doesn't hurt, I guess. I can't think of a reason it hurts. Anyway. Ooh, another one of these is pretty sweet. Is that always just better than a power line? Oh, I don't know, actually. I honestly don't know. I wish we could get this to affect both of those. I mean, I can do this for now since it's my, or I can do this actually too, yeah. Spellbinding on the other rocket, sure. Why not? I guess you actually want to do this technically, don't you? Yeah. Okay. Adjacent town unit. I mean, yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Magic Drop 5. Anything good? Eternal Bonfire again? No. Maybe just a Prismatic Mirror's okay. I do feel a little light on defense. Pillar. I mean, Eternal Bonfire again. Do we ever just rocket bonfires? It seems like they don't. They need like a really, really fast enabler to get them going, you know, to be worth it, I think. Like this, you know, we got a lot of speed modifiers happening. I mean, I guess this one's going kind of fast. I think I'd rather just have a Myria, though, on these saloons, maybe. Like, that seems better to me. Just go Myria Saloon. We might even just get rid of these so that we have fewer targets, so that now Myria is one of the targets for this. Like, Tinker's also a target. Is Myria better than a mechanic hit? Because mechanics are hitting our 3 Tinker enablers. It might be. It depends on the quality of the opponent's weapons, frankly. We don't know. Just don't know what they have yet. Jump starter? Saloon or Myria? Oh, I don't totally love that, by the way. Like, force field's easy, stone wall's easy. Am I using this portal anymore? Maybe I just put these here, by the way. I forgot about this portal from last time. This also probably worth it. I mean, Myria, it's like, again, it just depends on the quality of their weapon. Their weapons aren't usually good early. It might be better here anyway, just because, like, this hits mills, which also very often hit a Myria. They chain into the Myria, right? So, curse bind it that way, maybe. I got 2 more fights at least here where we can hold on. We're getting to 12 out of 16. We're getting deep here, but I think we're gonna start hitting some powerful combo builds, right? Like, this is already looking like a pretty scary Tesla coil. It got some crazy enchantments, crazy boosts here. We got an electro catalyst, which is gonna trigger all these crazy tinkers. We got bonfire action with a mechanic. You got the dynamos. You got little dynamite turret hidden in here, sneaky good. You got the tethers feeding the coils and the homing missiles. This looks like we're gonna get blown up to me, dude. I don't see it, man. Those Tesla coils look scary, dog. I don't think we got a chance here. Don't think we got a chance, and I was right. Dang, dude, Tesla coils melted, didn't they? I mean, what's crazy is we did actually kind of do, like, this was the number 1 damage, but we had the next 4, you know? It seemed like our defense just didn't hold as well. Oh my god, another tether. Is that worth cooking on here? Can we move this out of the way and tether here and put this here, put this here? Throw the Gorgon like wherever, honestly, at this stage. It looked like it did almost nothing last fight, which is kind of sad. I need a sale though, dude. I need to sell stuff. We're down to potentially our last loss here. Stonewall's good. I did feel like we were light on defense, like we said. I put these up here now, by the way, too. Now that we have the, I think that's still probably our best play all around. Big shop. Another defense. Okay, maybe. Oh man, where do you go though? Oh crap. All right, let's just get rid of that portal for now. I really think I would like to sell that, to be honest. Maybe. Murias again? Can we take another Muria? Yeah. Yeah. Does this one go here? I didn't get to sell my portals, my only sad thing right now. Yeah, I still don't really feel very strong, guys, to be honest. This does have, like, health. It would be nice to put it in, you know, technically, but I don't know if I have any space for it. There's no space. Yeah, I mean, either way, we got 13 deep and we got plus rating here. I'm not mad at this run, but I do feel like we're kind of getting outpaced a little bit. These Styx's wells seem kind of scary, but I don't think the rest of it looks that bad right now. Can the rockets melt these wells early at all? They are pretty big. Yeah, it did melt the wells. Oh, I think we're fine, right? Like, surely we're fine. Totally fine. Yeah, nice. Okay, sick. Very sick indeed. Dynamite turret led the, yeah, that's it. It got very big. Okay, nice. 388 DPS is good. Thank you, double tethers there. Do we have cursed Miria damage? Did we change that yet? I know Ben was cooking on that. I don't remember from the patch notes yet. Showing the cursed Miria hits better. How many times did Miria trigger? Dynamite turret 51 coil. Oh, unstable Tesla coil triggered for us 37 times. Is that right? We don't have a coil, so that would mean we triggered the opponents 37 times? Miria's triggered 14 times. I don't know how that math makes sense. 37 and 14. It counts each hit as 1. 14 times 3, though, is not 47 either. 37, I mean. I don't know. I don't know how that math all shakes out, but I'm glad we won the fight at least. We're now up 30 points, around 14 out of 16. It's not actually too bad, guys. I'm kind of not mad about that. Sure. I don't even know what we want anymore. I do want to sell this, so let's sell that. That's good. Anything else we just really don't need anymore? We're getting so late at this stage that, like, you know, like if it's our last fight, you don't need Mana Machine or Spell Factory, right? Like, it just depends. Like, how much do you want to? We've basically got a few fights left, but like, how much do you want to cash in now versus play it out? You know, like this we definitely don't need. I think we don't really need this either. Could maybe sell these, but since we had other things I didn't mind selling, I think that's fine. Nature Shop again. This cannot get us a crystal core though, but it still has some good defensive units. Particularly, I like bamboo a lot. I think. The little bamboos with all the extra health is really cool. Production shop, too late. Defense shop, I guess, to give the rockets a little more time, maybe give the Mirias more time. Pillar, I don't know if I have space for that, to be honest. I don't even really have space for this guy. My god, dude. What is the deal? Give me some space, bro. Here we go. Tier 4-5 could maybe get a final crystal core. would be a heck of a high roll, dude. Is it worth it? It's got to be, right? I mean, it's not as good as it used to be. I hate that every build I'm playing, by the way, is just a crystal core build. That's the only thing I'm doing on this channel is playing freaking crystal core. Let's take this Rafflesia, put it here with these mushroom menders. I'm gonna say this is really more of kind of a big laser pointer build, though, maybe kind of a Miria build, to be honest, too. I mean, really its turret kind of too is, even though it got recently nerfed. Oh, we're just so dead right now. I'm going to tell you right now that we are so dead. We are so dead. This build looks insanely good, dude. Look at all these superchargers with the jump starter. This is basically going to buff these pillars like crazy, and this crystal core, which is going to make all these crazy fast. They've got some insane damage coming to the coil. Looks like they just handpicked this board, dude. We're going to get murdered. We're going to get deleted, I think. This crazy fast deletion. How much health do these have? 2,500 is not that bad. We did change these. Oh my god, this is actually, wait a minute. Oh no, dude, no, they spun up a little too fast. It was actually kind of close. Look how damaged everything is. Oh, that has 10 health. Are you kidding me, dude? Oh, it was actually so close. No, it was so close. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, folks, there you go. That's today's Skyshard update. New patch, new stuff, new art. Lots of fun progress, I think. I guess I didn't give an update on like stats and stuff. They're good. Yeah, I think I said people are playing a lot, which is the most important thing. Maybe I would like to see a little more growth. It was a big burst on day one as we announced everything, and it's been trending down, which that's totally expected, of course. But I would like to see some more little bumps here and there, some streamers or something here and there to pick it up. But still a good baseline, frankly. Like still getting a lot of new wish lists, which is the most important thing for us probably as we move towards the next stages. But well, I guess making the games better is most important, but from a stats standpoint, that would be the next most important thing. So anyway, share your thoughts on this patch, share your thoughts on game, what's working, what's not, what's fun, what's bad. We'll take it all, of course. Yeah, thank you guys for joining me once again. Stay tuned. I'm trying to do one of these videos every day or two, so check back soon for more. But for now, thanks again for watching, and I guess I will see you around.